What if your biggest financial breakthrough isn't a matter of effort, but of timing? According to a powerful convergence of astrology, tarot, and Nostradamus' prophecies, after June 2025 marks the beginning of a rare energetic shift, one that could take certain people from zero to billions, just like that. Now, before you dismiss it, consider this. Some of the most life-changing moments come not from pushing harder, but from moving in alignment with the right moment, the right energy, and the right intention. And this moment belongs to 6 zodiac signs. But here's the truth. Most people will miss it. Why? Because they're too distracted, too skeptical, or too stuck in old patterns. If you're watching this, you were meant to receive this message. To kick off this journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. And here's your first energetic shift. Comment below the welcome growth and harmony into my life. That one line is more than words. It's a signal to the universe. You're not chasing abundance anymore. You're ready to receive it. Let's begin. Taurus. Wealth through flexibility and forgotten dreams. Taurus. You're known for your strength, consistency, and unshakable focus. You build slow. You build to last. While others rush, you move like the earth itself, steady, grounded, and quietly powerful. But here's the twist. Your greatest opportunity won't come from doing what you've always done. It will come from something you almost forgot. Let me tell you a story. There was this man named Jacob, a 58-year-old farmer in the Midwest, once dreamed of turning his small herb garden into a high-end organic tea brand. He wrote it all down, packaging ideas, logos, even potential partners. But life got in the way. Bills came first. The dream was shelved. Fast forward to early 2025. Jacob's son introduced him to an AI tool that could design labels, manage e-commerce, and automate marketing. Curious but cautious, Jacob revisited his old notes, and with a few modern tweaks, his tea brand launched quietly at first. But within 6 months, he was shipping orders across the country. What he once saw as a buried dream became his biggest source of income. Crazy, right? That's the Taurus message. Stability doesn't mean standing still. It means having the courage to adapt just enough without losing yourself. And after June 2025, your stars align for exactly that. Mindset shift for Taurus. Be open to reactivating an old idea or plan, especially one that once felt too soon or too risky. Flexibility isn't betrayal of your nature. It's your secret weapon this season. Look at where tradition meets innovation. Your success is hidden in that overlap. Industries to watch: real estate, especially land management, eco-construction, high-end equality, organic goods, healing herbs, niche farming, finance and investment, property flipping, ethical funds, premium lifestyle sectors, artisan food, interior design, sustainable goods. These are areas where your grounded nature thrives, but only if you allow the winds of change to move your leaves, not your roots. Let this be your reminder. You don't need to reinvent yourself to become wealthy. You only need to revisit who you were before the world told you to wait. This isn't just your moment to make money. It's your moment to remember what you and this time. Don't put it off. Scorpio, rebirth, collaboration, and the sacred reward. No sign understands transformation like you do, Scorpio. You've walked through fire more times than you can count. And each time you've emerged not just alive, but wiser, sharper, and more powerful. For you, wealth doesn't come from lucky breaks. It comes from enduring what others would have collapsed under. It comes from pain turned into power. Simple as that. let me share a story that mirrors your essence. Her name was Elise. At 43, she had just closed the doors on her dream, a small wellness studio that never quite took off. Her business partner, someone she once trusted deeply, had walked away mid-project, and Elise swore she'd never work with anyone again. But life has a strange way of circling back. In 2025, Elise started blending essential oils again, just for herself at first. But the blends were powerful, healing, and her old partner reached out. He had changed too. Years of distance had softened their pride. Against every instinct, she agreed to meet. That meeting, the seed of what would become a thriving natural wellness brand built on pain, healing, and second chances. They didn't pick up where they left off. They built something new from the ashes of what once failed. That's your message, Scorpio. Your financial breakthrough isn't about starting over. It's about transforming what's already inside you. Tarot insight. Death. Don't be afraid. This card doesn't mean doom. It means release. A chapter is ending not to punish you, but to prepare you. What do you need to finally let go of? An old betrayal? A self-image? A fear of trusting again? Because after June 2025, the energy surrounding you is ripe for rebirth, but only if your hands are open to receive. Key to wealth, collaboration. Scorpios love control, but this time control is not your path to power. Connection is. Say yes to that unexpected call. Revisit that frozen project. Accept support without needing to prove your strength. Your next chapter isn't solo, it's sacred partnership. This season is not about becoming someone else. It's about finally becoming whole. Let the old identity burn, and from it rise as the version of you that was always meant to thrive. Scorpio, the universe has seen what you've survived. Now it's ready to reward you. Will you let it? Capricorn, the builder of empires in silence. Capricorn, you were never interested in overnight success. While the world chased noise and flash, you kept working. Late nights, quiet mornings, steady hands. You've been the rock for others, the provider, the one who never asks for applause. But here's the truth. After June 2025, the universe wants to reward your discipline with visibility and wealth. You're not just a quiet worker anymore. You're becoming a financial architect, full stop. Let me tell you about Henry. At 60, he ran a small bookshop in a quiet part of town, a man of few words, many books, and endless patience. While others moved online, Henry held on to tradition, paper, pages, people until the pandemic hit. Foot traffic disappeared. His revenue plummeted. Instead of panicking, Henry did something quietly brilliant. He started recording short, thoughtful videos about rare books, educational methods, and the wisdom of classical literature. He uploaded them weekly. No gimmicks, no clickbait, just value. Within months, he had an audience of educators, students, and lifelong learners. Within a year, he was running online courses, selling curated book kits, and advising schools. His bookshop didn't die. It evolved. That's your story, Capricorn. You don't need to reinvent yourself. Just digitally amplify what you already master. The Capricorn formula: discipline plus knowledge plus tech equals financial ascent. Your ruling planet Saturn favors structure and mastery. And now Jupiter, planet of abundance, is opening the gates in your financial sector. This is the time too. Take that niche knowledge and scale it digitally. Launch a structured offer, a course, a system, a paid membership. Build something that doesn't just generate income, but legacy opportunities to explore. Find education, especially in traditional or academic fields. Mentorship coaching, finance, leadership, productivity, digital publishing. ebooks, audiobooks, resource libraries, systems building apps, tools, workflow solutions for businesses. Capricorn, this is your promotion from the universe. Not because you shouted, but because you built quietly while others wasted their energy. You're not just here to earn, you're here to lead the empire you've been designing in the background. Now it's ready for the world to see. Pisces, gentle soul, big prosperity. Pisces, you don't chase money, you chase meaning. You're not here to compete, you're here to create, heal, and elevate. But here's what most people don't realize. When you live in deep alignment with your soul's calling, money finds you. You are the ocean, mysterious, spiritual, and infinitely deep. And after June 2025, the tides are shifting in your favor. And let me introduce you to Lonnie, a quiet, introspective artist in her 50s. Lonnie spent years painting in silence. Her art was meditative, centered on themes of stillness, nature, and emotional release. But for a long time, she thought, who would pay for this? She didn't want to sell. She wanted to serve. Then one day, a friend suggested she film herself painting while narrating her thoughts like a guided visual meditation. She started a YouTube channel with zero expectation. In 6 months, her videos were reaching thousands. People from around the world commented how her colors helped them through grief, anxiety, even burnout. Soon, she launched online art meditation classes. And within a year, she had created a thriving business that healed others and herself. Magic. That's Pisces prosperity. It's not loud, it flows. It's born from authenticity. Tarot message, the star. This card isn't just about hope. It's about divine timing, cosmic purpose, and trusting your light, even when no one sees it yet. When the star appears, it whispers. Your dream is not only valid, it's ready. Pisces, path to abundance. Don't force it, feel it. Build something that reflects your true frequency. Let your soul's mission be the brand and the magnet. Aligned income paths, creative healing, art, music, dance therapy, spiritual education, astrology, mindfulness, intuitive coaching, gentle entrepreneurship, journaling courses, candle making, breathwork, community spaces, online retreats, group meditations, support circles. Pisces, your wealth isn't meant to feel like work. It's meant to feel like a gift being returned. So say yes to the inner nudge. Launch that course. Paint that piece. Start that conversation. You're not just allowed to prosper. You were designed to. Let the world feel your light and let the abundance flow through you. Leo, the radiant return to the throne. Leo, you were never meant to blend in. You were born to shine, to walk into a room and light it up without saying a word. Your energy magnetic, your presence undeniable. But somewhere along the way, life might have dimmed your flame. Maybe it was rejection. Maybe it was fear of judgment. Maybe you just got tired. But the truth is, you don't need to try to stand out. You only need to stop holding back. And after June 2025, the universe is putting the spotlight back where it belongs, on you. Period. Let me tell you about Ray, a vibrant 42-year-old father who lost his corporate job during a mass layoff. At first, he spiraled. Doubt, shame, anxiety. He felt invisible until one day, scrolling through TikTok, he had an idea. He recorded a 30-second video sharing his morning mantra, something he used to say to himself quietly every day. Today, I am stronger than my story. That one video hit 500,000 views in a week. So he made another and another. Fast forward 1 year. Ray now runs a 6-figure coaching business, speaking on stages, hosting podcasts, and inspiring people to own their narrative. His voice didn't just echo online, it became his income. That's Leo magic. Charisma. Brand Leo's truth. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need to show up fully. Personal power equals personal profit. The skills you thought were just personality traits, your boldness, humor, storytelling, style, those are monetizable gifts. Leo, this is the time to build your personal brand. Launch a creative venture podcast channel course. Monetize your influence and community. Tarot insight. The sun. This is your card. Pure joy, radiant success, and unshakable confidence. It signals a time when everything you touch turns golden. But here's the catch. To rise, you must let go of what dims your light. Old jobs, draining relationships, or self-doubt that's outstayed its welcome. You are the sun, Leo. Not because you force it, but because it's who you are. The question is, will you step into your warmth or stay hidden behind the clouds? After June 2025, the world is ready to feel your light again. Don't dim, don't delay, just shine. Virgo, turning precision into prosperity. Virgo, while others chase attention, you chase excellence. You're the quiet force in the room, the one who notices what no one else sees, who builds not just for show, but for strength, for you. Success isn't loud, it's flawless. And now, after June 2025, the universe is rewarding those who've quietly kept their heads down while building something real. Let's talk about Anna. A retired school teacher in her 60s, Anna had no interest in going viral or becoming an influencer. But she had notebooks, years of notes, lesson plans, and practical wisdom she'd accumulated over decades of teaching. One day, her granddaughter suggested turning those notes into simple life skills videos. Just post on YouTube, Grandma. Help someone. Reluctantly, Anna did. She didn't shout, she taught. Clear voice, clean visuals, deeply structured content. How to cook for one. How to manage a budget in retirement. How to organize a home office with ease. Within months, her videos gained traction. Her audience, people of all ages who were tired of chaos and craving clarity. She later published an ebook, then a course, then a printed planner. Today, Anna's small online brand brings in steady income and serves thousands with the same care she gave her students. Just incredible. That's Virgo power. Precision equals prosperity. Your talent isn't flash. It's structure, clarity, systems. While others improvise, you design. You don't just work, you refine. Tarot insight, the Hermit. This is your card, a symbol of wisdom found in solitude. The Hermit carries a lantern, not to show off, but to light the way for others. This is your moment to step out, not for applause, but to share what you've learned. Wealth pathways for Virgo. Coaching, consulting, productivity, wellness, minimalism, digital organization tools, Notion templates, planners, checklists, online education, life skills, systems, teaching strategies, publishing ebooks, guides, courses. Virgo, what you've been doing just for yourself could be exactly what the world needs, packaged with your signature clarity. After June 2025, your energy is being called into the spotlight, not to dazzle, but to deliver results. You don't need to go viral. You just need to show up with value like you always have. And the rewards, they'll speak for themselves, quietly, consistently, abundantly. What if your sign wasn't mentioned? So you've watched this far, but your zodiac sign didn't make the lucky 6. Does that mean you're excluded from the cosmic jackpot? Not at all. In fact, this journey isn't reserved for a few chosen signs. It's open to anyone willing to tune in, reflect, and take aligned action. I mean it. Here's the truth that most people don't realize. You are not just your sun sign. Every single one of us carries all 12 zodiac energies within our birth chart. Your moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, and more. Each one holds a different piece of your potential. Maybe your sun sign wasn't mentioned. But what if your rising sign is Leo? What if you have a Taurus moon guiding your emotions, or Scorpio in your career house? That energy still flows through you, and you can activate it. How to borrow the energy of the lucky signs. Think of the 6 signs we explored as archetypes, each with their own power you can lean into. Here's how. Tourists, ask yourself, what project or dream have I buried that's worth bringing back to life? Scorpio, reflect. What part of me needs to let go so something better can be born? Capricorn, get strategic. What am I building silently that deserves a system and a plan? Pisces, tune inward. Where can I turn my spiritual gifts into real-world value? Leo, stand tall. How can I lead with heart, not ego, and own my natural presence? Virgo, organize. What wisdom or process of mine can be shared to serve others? You're not left out, you're being shown a mirror. Sometimes not being mentioned is the universe's way of whispering. Pay attention. You're being invited to grow through awareness, not just alignment. The opportunity is still there, it's just quieter, more subtle, and more accustomed to your path. The 6 signs are symbols, not favorites. And your soul, it's not waiting for permission, it's waiting for readiness. So even if you weren't directly named, you've been called. Now the question is, which energy do you need to embrace next to grow into your own abundance? Because this prophecy isn't just about stars, it's about the person who dares to respond. In the rush toward abundance, it's easy to forget. Wealth isn't the destination, it's the result. Buddhism and Stoicism, 2 of the world's deepest philosophies, remind us that true prosperity flows from within, not toward us, but through us. Truth bomb. Buddhist wisdom, impermanence, karma, and right action. The Buddha taught that everything is impermanent, including money, status, and success. When we cling to them, we suffer. But when we use them mindfully, we transform suffering into freedom. Wealth, in this view, is the karma of right action. When you give, you receive. When you act ethically, your path opens. When your work is in harmony with compassion, prosperity follows, not as a prize, but as a byproduct, Stoic insight, discipline, purpose, and simplicity. The Stoics never chased gold, they chased clarity. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, wrote, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." To them, the greatest richness is self-control, control of your reactions, control of your thoughts, full of control of your purpose. A Stoic doesn't ask, "How do I get more?" They ask, "What matters most, and how do I live it daily?" Merge the two, wealth with soul. From Buddhism, take presence and compassion. From Stoicism, take focus and resilience. Together, they guide us to a kind of wealth that isn't just financial, it's peaceful, purposeful, and deeply personal. Because in the end, money doesn't free you. Mastery of self does. It's one thing to hear about a cosmic window of abundance. It's another to prepare for it with intention, because when opportunity arrives, it doesn't wait around. It rewards those who are already aligned. So true. So, how do you align your life with the energy of wealth, growth, and inner power, leading into and beyond June 2025? It's simpler and more grounded than you think. 1. Rewrite your financial plan. Don't just hope to get rich, plan to receive wisely. Review your current income, spending, and saving habits. Identify which sources are draining and which are growing. Create a 6-month wealth map. What can you build, launch, simplify, or scale. Wealth doesn't come from chaos. It comes from clarity. 2. Upgrade your money habits. Abundance starts with the little things. Practice energetic spending. Before each purchase, ask, does this reflect the life I'm building? Start a small seed fund, a savings account just for ideas and inspiration. Automate generosity. Donate monthly, even if it's a small amount. Giving keeps the flow open. 3. Meditate, journal, and set soulful goals. Want to hear the universe? Turn down the noise inside. Meditate daily, even if it's just 5 minutes. Focus on breath, gratitude, or a mantra. Journal your thoughts. What do I desire? What's blocking me? What would set soul goals? Not just what you want to earn, but how you want to feel earning it. 4. Listen for the quiet signs. Most people expect big signs, flashing lights, dramatic moments. But the universe, it whispers, pay attention to a random message that sparks curiosity. A dream that keeps repeating, a person you haven't thought of in years, reaching out. An old project pulling on your spirit again. These aren't coincidences. They're calls. After June 2025 is not the beginning of your abundance. It's the activation point. The moment your inner work meets outer reward. So don't wait for the stars to align. Start aligning yourself. And when the stars rise, you'll already be ready. You've just traveled through prophecy, story, strategy, and soul. You've seen how 6 signs are positioned for wealth, not by chance, but by alignment. This journey was never just about them. It was about you, your timing, your readiness, your willingness to believe that something bigger is unfolding beneath the surface. Because the stars don't control you, they reflect you. The question now isn't, will the universe give me something? Am I living like someone who's ready to receive wealth is not a prize. It's a mirror. And when you align your habits, energy, and beliefs with that higher version of yourself, you don't chase abundance. You become it. So pause, take a breath, and choose. Will you keep waiting for signs, or will you become one? If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Like this video to anchor your intention. Subscribe to stay connected to this frequency of clarity and growth. Comment below. I'm ready to walk into my era of abundance because you are. When the universe is listening, this is no longer just a prediction. It's your turning point. Let's rise together. The hidden symbols unlocking your wealth code. Sometimes the universe communicates in whispers. Other times, in symbols that have been hiding in plain sight, right there. These symbols carry energy, intention, and activation codes for prosperity. Ancient civilizations understood this power. Now it's your turn. Let me break it down. Spirals and circles represent the cycle of giving and receiving. Money flows in cycles, not lines. When you see these patterns in nature, seashells, flowers unfolding, even the shape of galaxies, you're being reminded that abundance isn't linear. It's cyclical. It returns. It expands. Notice these symbols, draw them, meditate on their meaning. They're already shifting your energy. Numbers hold frequency too. Pay attention to repeating numbers in your daily life. 111, signaling alignment and new beginnings. 222, telling you to trust your path and partnerships. 888, the classic abundance number, appearing when financial shifts are imminent. When these numbers chase you, it's not coincidence, it's confirmation. You're on track. Colors carry prosperity codes as well. Royal purple for spiritual wealth and divine connection. Forest green for tangible prosperity and growth. Golden yellow for creative abundance and mental clarity. After June 2025, start incorporating these colors intentionally. Your workspace, your wallet, even your screen backgrounds. Small shifts, big impact. The ancients knew something modern finance forgets. Symbols speak to parts of our brain that words cannot reach. They bypass logic, doubt, and resistance. They communicate directly with our subconscious, the true creator of our reality. Change the symbols, change your life. Simple as that. Behind closed doors, the truly wealthy practice rituals that sound strange to ordinary minds. They ain't just tracking numbers. They're programming, they're energy. These aren't the tired practices you've heard before. These are the powerful, little-known habits that create invisible shifts with visible results. First, the gratitude walk. Unlike basic gratitude journaling, this practice combines movement with intention. Each morning, ideally at sunrise, walk for exactly 20 minutes while mentally listing everything you're grateful for, from the microscopic to the massive. The walking element activates your root chakra while syncing your brain hemispheres. One self-made millionaire swears this single practice took her from bankruptcy to 7 figures in 18 months. The body remembers what the mind forgets. Second, the release ritual. On the final day of each month, write down every financial fear, doubt, and past mistake on small strips of paper. Read each one aloud, then burn it safely in a fireproof container. As it burns, say, "I release what no longer serves my highest good." This isn't just symbolic, it's energetic decluttering. You can't receive new abundance while gripping old patterns. Let them burn. Third, the strange but powerful empty wallet meditation. Most people keep their wallets stuffed with receipts, old cards, and general chaos. The wealthy know better. They keep their wallets clean, organized, and, here's the key, with space for more. Once a week, empty your wallet completely. Clean it, then place it open and empty on a table before you. Sit quietly for 5 minutes, visualizing it filling effortlessly with exactly what you need. This practice reprograms your subconscious relationship with receptivity. You must create space to receive. These rituals might sound unusual. They might even sound silly to the logical mind. But the wealthy understand something crucial. Financial breakthrough isn't just about strategy. It's about alignment. And alignment happens when your conscious thoughts, subconscious beliefs, and daily practices all point in the same direction. After June 2025, commit to at least one of these rituals daily. Consistency beats intensity, always. Remember this above all, the universe doesn't respond to desperation. It responds to expectation. When you practice these rituals not from lack, but from knowing, that's when the real magic begins. And magic, my friend, is just science we don't understand yet. Your abundance is already written in the stars. These practices simply help you tune into the frequency where it already exists.